I'm going to share with you guys in this video my exact six-figure NAS100 strategy. And I promise you this, I'm not going to hold back anything in this video. I'm going to drop all the golden nuggets that you guys need to know about. And if you think this is some new strategy, I've been using this strategy for 3 years now. It is 80% accurate. Obviously that's different for every person, but I want you guys to focus on this one thing. Focus on applying this strategy on a demo account for the next 3 to 6 months, as well as using your strategy if you want. But I want you guys to just test this out first instead of just putting real money into an account and hoping that it's gonna work. If you guys do want to apply for my one-on-one mentorship, I did just open it up, but you have to book a call with me below. And I just want to see exactly where you're at with your trading and overall if it would be a good fit for you. Also, I do offer live trading sessions, so if you want to trade live with me on a Zoom call every morning, click the link in my description to look into that. And one last thing, if you guys could show some type of love, like this video, drop a comment because those comments get me fired up and excited, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's get into my computer. The first thing that I want to go over with you guys is time frame analysis. Every time frame should be looked at a little bit differently than the other time frames that we're going to be trading with. So the first thing that I do, first off, let me give you guys some insider information with this strategy, what you guys need to be doing. I'm trading on NAS100 Awanda for TradingView. I like this chart more than most other charts that we see for NAS100. So all you're going to do is go to your watch list and make sure you add in NAS100 and then use the Awanda one right here. Okay? You can set up your time frames as your favorites. I just have the minute 15, hour 1, hour 4, and daily. That's really what I'm focused on. I don't go below the minute 15 because it gets a little erratic on those lower time frames like the minute 5 and the minute 1. Just my personal opinion. So now, the next thing that I'm doing when I'm trading, I'm showing up 5 minutes before the market open. I don't show up an hour before, 2 hours before. Why? Because when I show up an hour before, even 20 or 30 minutes before, I'm formulating all these biases in my head. And I could say, oh, I think it's going to be a buy. Then I could say, oh, I think it's going to be a sell. I like to show up just 5 minutes before. I do a quick top-down analysis, and I'm going to explain that in a second. And then I get into trading right at the market open. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm starting on the daily time frame. The daily time frame is very important to just identify what type of trend that we're in. I am looking at all the past candles for the past couple of months, getting a feel for what the NASDAQ is doing. And one thing that you guys need to know about the NASDAQ is indices like NAS100, the S&P 500, US 30, they're US indexes, meaning that they're mainly always in an uptrend, which is really nice. So a lot of the time, we're going to be looking for buy setups. So you want to get very familiar with buy setups. Okay, so I'm overall looking at the trend usually for the past couple of months. But one thing that I also do that's very, very important is I need to look at the previous daily candle to overall give me context on if it's going to be a good setup for a buy or a setup for a sell. Now, today is Sunday. Tomorrow is going to be Monday. So looking at this bullish candle right here, look at how we're not rejecting the 20 EMA, but I want you guys to notice how the body of this candle is engulfing all these previous candles from last Friday right here. About a week's time right here, this one bullish candle just engulfed the body of all these candles. So one thing that I'm looking at, I want you guys also to notice that we have this resistance right here. We broke this resistance that was being held right here, and right here. I want you to know these 2 points right here, they were being held for a very long time. And then we saw the momentum on these two candles finally break out of that. So we have the same thing going on right now with this resistance and this resistance. So I'm expecting this week to see some bullish momentum to the upside. So now I have figured out my bias so far for the daily time frame is going to be going long. I want to look for buy positions all week long, and especially for tomorrow on Monday. I want you guys to keep in mind though that on Monday there isn't too much volatility in the market. It's the market's kind of getting back into the swing of things. So on Mondays I'm not really going all in. The best trading days for me are Tuesday through Thursday or Tuesday through Friday. So overall, I looked at the day one chart. We could see that we have this nice bullish candle. I'm most likely looking for a long, okay? Now, I'm going to do this and look at the previous day because this is a new day. Once I'm done with the daily, I'm using the 4 hour and the 1 hour for market structure. Do I see any A patterns, V patterns, W, any type of pattern like that, head and shoulders, whatever it may be? And I want to write this out for you guys to use because this is like a major trading hack. It's so easy. It's like 3rd grade, but it's so easy. So let's go over like market patterns to remember. Okay, we're going to ignore the spelling. We don't have time to go back and correct it. If I see an A or an M pattern, that's equaling a sell. If I see a V or W, that's equaling a buy. So when I'm looking at these patterns, what I simply mean is we have like an A pattern right here. And we have a V pattern right here. And we have an A pattern right here, V pattern right here, A pattern right here. What I'm looking at is if I see any patterns like that in the market. And you could define it as like an A or V pattern, or you could define it as a hill, as a valley, whatever you guys want to look at it as. So now what I'm doing, I'm going to go to the previous Friday that we were just on. So a lot of the time I'm looking at, not even a lot of the time, all the time, what I'm doing on the 4 hour is I'm looking at this candle. Look at the time right here as I go to that candle. That candle opens at 2 a.m., closes at 6 a.m. What do I see? I see a ton of bullish momentum already occurring right here. We rejected the 20 EMA right on this candle. We're looking extremely bullish right now. Why would my bias be to go short? So at this point in time, when I'm looking at this candle, I think the momentum is going to continue to the upside right to our next key level right here. Okay, that's what I'm doing on the 4 hour. Then I go down to the 1 hour, and I'm usually looking at the 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. candle. This is my key reference candle right here. So when you guys are looking at this video, it's probably going to be a couple days after or a day after. I want you guys to go and look at these specific candles that I'm showing you in present time when you're using this strategy and see if you have any confluences on the time frames. Now when I'm looking at this 5 minute right here, the 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. candle, this candle is showing me a willingness of bullish momentum in the market. We are very bullish. We are bullish on the daily, the 4 hour, now the 1 hour, we're looking bullish as well. Why would there not be any more bullish momentum? It makes sense to just go with the trend. The trend is our friend. Okay? That's the candle that we're looking at, the 1 hour. And like I said, on the 4 hour and 1 hour, we're looking for market structure, any patterns. We could see that we already kind of did form like this big V bottom right here. Usually want to get the V bottom a little lower around this area, but completely fine. The momentum's already pushing up. Let's go with the flow. Then, my favorite time frame, the minute 15. This is where I am simply looking at the candles. I need to get a candle that is in confluence with my trend. So if I'm in an uptrend, I want to find a bullish candle. If I'm in a downtrend, I want to see a bearish candle. It makes sense to buy. But why would we enter a buy on this bearish candle right here? And this is our key candle right here, the 6:15 to 6:30. So once this candle closes, boom, it's casino time, it's the market open. That's when we're going to see the market really start moving. Okay? Once I saw this candle right here, a spinning top or doji, whatever you want to classify it as, I would look at this more as a doji than a spinning top, even though the body is a little bit bigger. But I saw this doji right here. And once again, guys, you can use market structure on these time frames as well. But the way that I look at it, it's not always going to be a perfect A pattern like this. So the way that I like to construe the markets is as hills and valleys. Look at how we have this nice little valley right here. Then it goes up to form a hill. Then right in here is our valley. And it goes up for a hill. Then a valley. So right here, we have this nice little valley right here being formed. Then we have our doji right here that's about to close. After this candle closes, that's when you take your buy position. And all we're going to do is ride it to the next zone right here, or whatever zones that you have marked up. Have your stop loss at whatever you want, 1 to 1, whatever it may be, and then let that puppy play out. The thing that I really like about trading is I'm trying to be very robotic with my trading where I have absolutely zero emotions involved in my trading. So the way that I do this, the way that I find this very helpful is when I enter a trade, I walk away. I don't need to sit in front of the screen like this for hours because one, I have absolutely no control of what the market's going to do. And two, that's a freaking waste of my time. I got other shit to do throughout the day. So what I do is I go to this tab right here that says alert, and I simply put an alert for my take profit. So here's my take profit. So I'm going to type in 15699, and then I'll write a note right here. I usually put just like NAS100 TP hit. And guys, when you're making these alerts, this is like a psychological hack right here, but I always make the alert for my take profit first, never my stop loss. So I always put NAS100 TP hit, and then after I do my take profit alert, I'll go to my stop loss, which is right here. So 15576, and then I'll put NAS100 stop loss hit. Okay? Now I have an alert right here, an alert right here. So once the market actually goes to my designated point, boom, I'll be getting an alert on my phone, or the computer will give me an alert, whatever I have set up. And if you go to the settings, you can go to notifications and you can set it up to whatever notification that you guys want. So I'm going to delete these alerts. I do not need them. This trade has already come to fruition. It's already played out. It's finito. But that's what I wanted to share with you guys. This is really good information. What I would suggest that you guys do is do what I told you in the beginning of the video. Test this out for the next 3 to 6 months. But as well with that, just go and kind of screen the markets over the past couple of weeks and days and see if you see any similarities. You want to figure out when we have these really nice, smooth, trending markets. You don't want to be trading like choppy markets like this, or definitely not like this. This is trash. This is trash. You want to look for the days where it's like really smooth. The market's just going in one specific trend. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.